In the endless shadow of the great green giants, a silent war has been waged for generations. On one side, the industrious Black Ant Empire, masters of earth and engineering. On the other, the ferocious Red Ant Horde, driven by an insatiable hunger for conquest. For cycles, the balance has held, a fragile truce maintained by mutual respect and fear. But that truce is about to be shattered. The Reds, emboldened by a new, ruthless queen, have launched a surprise invasion, striking deep into the heart of Black Ant territory. They swarm across the forest floor, a crimson tide of destruction, overwhelming defenses and leaving nothing but ruin in their wake. But outnumbered and outmaneuvered, the Black Ants face their darkest hour. Yet, in the face of annihilation, a spark of defiance flickers. General Obsidian, a veteran of countless border skirmishes, refuses to yield. He knows that courage alone won't win this war. Victory requires innovation, a weapon so audacious it could turn the tide of battle in a single, decisive blow. Deep within the central chamber of the Black Ant Citadel, a desperate plan takes shape. It is a gamble, a stroke of genius born from necessity. They will not meet the enemy on the ground where the Reds hold the advantage. They will strike from above. They will build the world's first Ant-sized artillery. The air in the engineering chamber hums with a focused intensity. Blueprints, sketched on broad dried leaves, are laid out across the cavern floor, illuminated by the soft glow of bioluminescent fungi. Elder engineers, their antennae twitching with concentration, crawl over the intricate designs, pointing out stress points and calculating trajectories with pebbles and twigs. This is a monumental undertaking. Nothing like it has ever been attempted. Teams of workers are dispatched to the far corners of the empire. Some venture into the treacherous, sun-drenched clearings to harvest the sap of the mighty pine, its sticky resin, the key to their new weapon. Others descend into the damp, dark earth, excavating specific types of clay and minerals needed for the firing mechanism. Every ant has a role, from the strongest soldiers to the most delicate artisans. The fate of their colony rests on the success of this project. Under General Obsidian's watchful eye, the components begin to arrive. The main body of the launcher, a specially selected, hollowed-out branch, is carefully positioned. Its natural curve provides the perfect arc for their projectile. Foragers return, their bodies glistening with the amber resin they've painstakingly collected. It's a perilous task. The resin is treacherous, capable of trapping an unwary ant in an instant. But they press on, their movements precise and coordinated. A testament to the unwavering discipline of the Black Ant Empire. A sense of purpose electrifies the colony. The hum of work is their anthem of defiance, a promise that they will not fall silently into the night. On the training grounds, a miniature version of the artillery piece is assembled. This is where theory meets practice. The first test projectile is a simple pebble, carefully selected for its weight and smoothness. A young, eager crewman's the prototype. They've studied the leaf scrolls, they've practiced the motions, but this is the first real test. A hush falls over the assembled engineers as the launch sequence begins. Tension mounts. The trigger mechanism, a complex system of woven grass fibers and levers, is pulled with a sharp snap. The pebble hurtles through the air. It flies true for a moment, then veers wildly off course, skittering harmlessly into a pile of loose dirt. A collective sigh ripples through the crowd. It's a failure, but for the black ants, failure is not an end. It is simply data. The engineers swarm the prototype, their antennae tapping and probing, analyzing every angle, every component. They adjust the tension of the grass fiber springs. They slightly alter the angle of the launch ramp. They recalibrate and recalculate. The young crew, though initially discouraged, watches and learns, their resolve hardening. They will not give up. Not when their homes, their families, their entire civilization hangs in the balance. This is more than just building a weapon. It is the forging of a new hope. The red ant horde advances relentlessly. Their scouts, agile and vicious, probe the black ant defenses, testing for weaknesses. They are a blur of crimson fury, their mandibles clicking with predatory hunger. The outer perimeter guards fight with desperate bravery, but they are overwhelmed by sheer numbers. The warning pheromones spread like wildfire through the black ant tunnels, a scent of alarm and imminent danger. The Reds are coming, and they are coming fast. Back at the artillery site, the pressure is immense. Every failed test, every minute spent on adjustments, is a minute the enemy gains. The sounds of distant conflict echoed through the earth, a constant grim reminder of what's at stake. General Obsidian stands firm amidst the controlled chaos, his presence a rock of stability for his troops. His commands are sharp and clear, cutting through the rising panic. He moves from the engineers to the soldiers, his antennae offering a reassuring touch here, a firm directive there. He knows fear is a contagion, but so is courage. He rallies his aunts, reminding them of their strength, their ingenuity, and the home they are fighting to protect. The third test launch is ready. This time, they use a small, hardened glob of mud. The crew moves with newfound confidence. The adjustments have been made. They pull the trigger. The projectile soars, a perfect, graceful arc through the air, and smashes directly into its designated targeter, carefully placed leaf 50 paces away. A cheer erupts from the assembled ants. It worked. The concept is proven. Now they just have to build it bigger. The main artillery piece is a marvel of insect engineering. It stands proudly on a fortified ridge overlooking the main path to the citadel. The launch arm, a resilient reed, is held in place by a trigger mechanism of incredible complexity, woven from the strongest spider silk they could find. The entire structure is anchored deep into the earth, reinforced with pebbles and hardened clay. It is a testament to what they can achieve when they work as one. The ammunition is prepared with equal care. Teams of soldiers haul a massive globule of sticky amber resin toward the launcher. It's a slow, arduous process. The resin is heavy, and its surface threatens to trap anything it touches. The soldiers strain, their metallic-hued shells gleaming in the dappled sunlight, their legs digging into the damp ground for purchase. General Obsidian directs the loading, his voice calm but firm. He warns them to keep the resin clear of the mud. A clean launch is critical for accuracy. Any debris could throw off the trajectory and waste their one shot. The weight of their colony's hope is concentrated in this single golden sphere. This one strike has to count. It must be a blow so devastating that it shatters not just the enemy's formation, but their will to fight. As the resin ball is carefully seated into the launcher, a tense silence descends. The first wave of the red ant horde appears at the edge of the clearing. The final confrontation is about to begin. The fate of an empire will be decided in the next few moments. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story of courage and ingenuity, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to follow the NT saga of the Ant Empires.